I think we're pretty close to crowning 2022 as the year of green. At least I think so. I'm James, this is the Paint People. Do me a teensy-weensy favor and hit the like button for me, and let's talk about paint. Why not, right? More specifically, one very delicious paint color that happens to be green. I don't know if you know this, but apparently green paint colors have gone up over 200% in online searches, which is kind of nuts, but very awesome. Following in the footsteps of companies like Sherwin-Williams and PPG and Benjamin Moore, Glidden has announced their 2022 color of the year, and it's called guacamole. Yum. I think we're actually having tacos for dinner tonight, so how appropriate. First of all, I find it kind of hilarious that while other paint companies opted for extremely poetic choices where they pick the color of the year based on new beginnings and rebirth and rejuvenation, Glidden just went ahead and picked a color named off of a delicious avocado dip. I'm not even kidding. You can go on their website right now and see it for yourself. It literally says, "We have taken our green and guac-loving affinity to a whole new level." The 2022 color of the year is not only named after our fave food, and yes, they said fave, not favorite, so millennial, but it's also one of our fave greens to use on any wall or accent. It's actually kind of refreshing where it seems like the company is just trying to have a bit of fun and not really take themselves all that seriously. And that speaks to the color itself, because for a warmer mid-tone green, it's actually pretty saturated and vibrant compared to some other more neutral greens out there. But I'm not done, because this next part just made me cackle. I have it right here. This spirited yet soothing green brings an organic energy to any space, which is needed because we all know you've probably killed at least 3 plants this year. All right, Glidden, you got me. But it was only 1 plant because I didn't know succulents hate water. Rest in peace, little guy. It's funny because we spoke about interior decor to reduce your stress in an earlier video, and one of them was plant life, as long as you don't kill them. So if you've been following this channel for a while, especially for the last month or so, you've noticed green popping up more and more and more. Even other color of the year suggestions happen to be green. This certainly tells us a lot, mainly that it's not just me that's into green lately, but also it's a lot of you as well. Sherwin-Williams went with Evergreen Fog, which is greeny. Behr Paint's Breezeway is greeny, kind of, maybe a teeny bit. And then you have PPG's Olive Sprig, which is quite clearly greeny. And then you have Benjamin Moore's October Mist. But I want to go back to Olive Sprig by PPG because these colors are quite similar, although I think guacamole is actually more saturated. Sure, Olive Sprig seems to be a bit closer to greenish represent, although they're not too far off from one another. Well, no wonder, because they're actually both by the same company. You see, Glidden was purchased by PPG, and they even have similar color codes as well. So that's a bit of a plot twist. I do find it cool though that each brand picked its own color, even though they are quite similar. But it's also typical that the big parent company of PPG went corporate with their more neutral green color choice. And then Glidden's over here being all like, who doesn't love a bit of guac? So while I'm super pumped about all these different unique companies hopping on the green bandwagon, we now know that 2 of those companies are technically the same. But if you want to keep those green vibes going, I'll leave some green themed videos on the end screen coming right up.